Okay, this is with iPhone, by the way. I've not got the GoPro out today, but this is a new channel. We're going to be looking at a lot of classic cars as well as performance cars. I'm going to be trying doing it. I'm pretty new to this game of YouTube. I'm Shmee, but I'm not that good yet. So anyway, this is what this channel's going to be all about. Going out to shows, meets, racing, bringing you back footage from there. Interesting cars, what I call cars of interest. Like DB5, we saw a Ferrari GT250 the other day. Got a lot of footage on that. Spoke to the guy. But this is what we're all going to be based on, which is a lot of cars of interest, really. Not just set in with one particular genre. Plus my own car, which is a classic. Well, it's coming up to be a classic soon, which is the Nissan GTR Skyline R33 V-Spec. That's the car I'll be using to get to the events, to film, and that will be my blog in the background of all the other stuff that we're doing. You'll probably find it pretty interesting, but once we've got everything together, I think you will enjoy it. It will be some really nice cars on here. So I'm going to flip the camera around now. You can have a quick look around this car, which is my GTR Skyline. Comment box and all this stuff, what they do, I'm not sure, but we'll get into that at a later time. And for now, I think that's it. I'll spin this around and give you footage of the car. If I can find it, I do it on this. Right, okay, here we go. Knock this off. Right, as we said, we're going to spin around and we'll look at this, my car that I'll be using during this channel's period of existence, or whatever you want to call it. This is the Nissan Skyline R33 GTR V-Spec. So we're going to have a quick look around it so you know what will be in the channel. It is running at the moment around about 360 brake horse with a Link ECU. No other big mods have been made to it. It's got quite a... the induction kit came with it like that from Japan. It's 2.8, sorry, 2.6 twin turbo. Yeah, and it does run nice, really does. There's not much at the front except for some dead flies. And the wheels, they're BBS forged. I'm not sure what actually you can see there. Brembo calipers, standard to this car. Electric everything really on this. Turret mounts are a factory, they haven't been swapped yet, we'll probably will need doing the distant future. Absolute mint. Car's got about 35,000 miles on it, I think, something like that. I'll look on the side. I suppose I better take you in the back. Try and walk a little bit further back so you can see the car in its... We've tried to keep everything factory on this car because they look brilliant as they are, as standard. So that's the look we're going for. We don't want sort of pretty ridiculous wheels on it or weird rocker covers or anything like that. We'll try and keep everything basic. It's not like the original afterburners on, they were put on by Japan, whoever had it in Japan. It's got these LED lights on the back now. But everything else on it is absolutely in mint condition. And as you've seen from the earlier vid, I'm pretty new to this thing. This is a new system we have fitted by Pipeworks. Turbo's back. That is brand new system what's on that car, because the one it came over with was an absolute, it was in a shambolic state. Walk around this way, then you can you see it's quite a busy engine bay in there, it really is. But I've said that most of it's factory, which is where we're going to be keeping it. And if I look around here, I'll just show you the engine bay. Now my daughter's toys are still in here, so you'll have to excuse me. We've just had that refitted as well, which is the rear wiper, believe it or not, which is obviously a factory part of the car, so we've had it put back on, which I think it's back on anyway. Plus it cleans your back window when you need it to. Engine bay, no, even the cockpit of the car, that stupid beeping noise, I'm going to have to remove the key. Comes with pretty nice trick keys, let's be honest. There's your GTR keys. Fob. Not been using this turbo timer that much, but there is a turbo timer, a Grady one under there. It's got aftermarket Nismo clocks, so they are sort of factory. Same with the gear shift. It's got a also running a snooper as well, so we can actually get the mileage in miles an hour as opposed to kilometres an hour. The snooper does work really well as well for speed cameras and stuff like that. Just had these mats put in, a lot lighter than the original ones. Nismo again, factory mats. Usual specification there, the sides of the seats. Seats are obviously perfect condition as well. Sorry, Lopso Burr keeps getting in the way. I can't really show you much more of the car. The boots are in immaculate condition as well. The interior of the boots absolutely. It's not got the spare wheel in at the moment, but the boot is absolutely lovely. Very clean that is in that. That is just a trickle charger, by the way, in there. It does stand a lot in the garage. I do tend to put the trickle charger on it. It keeps the battery to a nice level. Right, so this is the car that we'll be using during the channel's existence, I hope. Yeah, so I suppose that's all I can tell you for now. Only just keep your eye on the channel and watch what we'll be doing, subscribe where you can, and we'll have some good fun together, hopefully, within the car world or the motorsport world, whichever way you want to look at it. We'll find some nice, tasty, interesting cars, and also I'll be vlogging on this one of mine. Again, Nissan Skyline GTR R33 V-Spec, mint condition, with about 35,000. Okay, just going to add this on to the end. Keep your eye on the rev counter, and this is just like a little sample of what you get when you get Link. You get the new sort of car type of feel. You get the sweeping rev counter, which is quite trick really. So I'll just make sure the alarm is off, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'll give you another little example of something else in a couple of seconds. Right, that is standard sort of on the Link when it's running on the normal map, as I call it. I'm going to flick a switch and it's going to go onto a custom map, and you lower the throttle. Gives you quite a... but obviously you don't run this normally on for normal road driving. So here we go. Right, the switch is on now, flipped it over to the other map. And you'll listen to it in a second. I'll blip the throttle exactly the same as I did before. Gunfire. Keep your heads down. That's just what happens with the Link when it's running on the other map. It's quite fun to have it on all the time, because it just could possibly long-term damage stuff, but it's not a bad little thing to have if you're running around car shows, maybe car events. Not that you need to bring a lot of attention to this car. Every time I stop in it, someone comes over to me and it says they've either got one or they're looking to get one. So yeah, there you go. That's a little bit what Link can do. So thanks for watching again. Stay tuned, stay subscribed. Speak soon. Bye bye. Sorry we missed the sweep, guys, but it's we put the ignition, then you get the sweep before the actual engine turns over. So this is what I wanted to show you and get rid of this rotten beeping. There you go, sweep me baby. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you before. Then you get engine start. Just tells you that the ECU's all locked up and it's ready to move, ready to do its stuff. So thanks again.